And Utah has done it. They get the victory over New Orleans, 118-102, 21 three-pointers made. So in 4 of the last 6, the Utah Jazz have knocked down 23 pointers. It was ridiculous. And Denovan Mitchell led the way with 28. He spoke moments ago with our own Hall of Famer, Grant Hill.
Game tonight, it seemed like from the start, you came out aggressive, attacking, getting into the paint. You shot your three-pointer. You were very decisive. Just talk about your mindset coming into this game this evening.
I think, the biggest thing is, like you said, just trying to be aggressive and in attack mode. Just trying to keep them on their heels. If I get going early and get in the paint, finding guys, whether it's finding guys or scoring, the defense collapses, then other guys get open looks. So I was doing my job and just trying to find ways to, provide a spark. And tonight it was getting to the rim early and trying to be aggressive and score.
You talk about finding your guys. You guys collectively had 28 assists and shot the three-point ball tremendously. 21 three-pointers made for the game. When you guys are sharing the basketball like that, I mean, it's got to be something to watch and experience from your perspective.
Yeah, it definitely is. That's who we are, moving the ball, getting shots up. We have a lot of weapons, as far as shooting and getting into the paint, guys who can create off the dribble. So be able to use our assets that we have, I think that's the biggest thing. And we're not shy. We get mad when we pass up shots. I think that's the best part about this team, man, is we can encourage everybody to shoot, get in the paint and find guys, and we did a good job of that.
What I admire about this team, you have great chemistry. There's a wonderful spirit, it seems, on this team. I'm just curious, in a tough Western Conference, and I know it's early in the season, we have a small sample size, but what's the potential, what's the ceiling, in your opinion, for this team?
My ceiling and our ceiling, I think, in the goal, is nothing short of a championship. I don't think we come into a season saying, we're trying to get past the first round, second round. The goal is to win a championship. And, we haven't, in my time, we haven't gotten past the second round. But, the biggest thing is building upon each year, building and creating, like you said, that chemistry. And that's something that I feel like is unmatched and that'll help us, especially this year, with COVID going on and, not really be able to do much of being around each other all the time. For some teams, that's not always the greatest thing. But for us, we're always around. And I think the biggest thing is just trying to go out there and play hard every game, man. We're not trying to just go out here and just make the playoffs or just trying to contend. We're trying to go out there and win the whole thing. And, it's a tough Western Conference, but we got to keep playing like this and keep defending and be in good shape.
Well, Donovan, that was an impressive championship effort tonight. Congratulations and good luck the rest of the season.
Appreciate it. Thank you, guys.
A dominant performance by the Utah Jazz, who now have won 6 games straight. They lead in this game by as many as 26. Smitty, we've seen them knock down the 3 ball with so much consistency lately. This Utah Jazz team right now sitting in the 3rd spot in the West. How dangerous are they as a true contender in the Western Conference?
What I like about them is defensively first. They hang their hat defensively. But Candace, just watching this game, yes, the three-point shot was going down. Yes, they're unselfish, but it's the hockey assist, the secondary assist. And what I mean by that is, Candace, if you played on teams where somebody catch it and then it takes some time to get to the next person, I love what they're doing is it's already planned and predetermined by the second and third guy where the basketball is going, by their ball movement. They are already getting it out of their hands and understanding that guy has a better shot and then that guy has a better shot than I have. So for me to see the ball move that quickly without any hesitation, that's what I'm loving about the Utah Jazz.
Smitty, you're exactly right. I love the way that they're playing, but also the growth of Denovan Mitchell. Last season before, we saw him get in the paint and try to make tough shots time and time again. He gets in the paint, absorbs the contact, goes through contact, but when he draws 2 guys, it's coming out. And he's hitting his shooters, and that's allowing them to know with confidence that the ball is going to come out and not wonder and wait. I also like the addition and the play of Mike Conley. I think him being able to play off ball and be comfortable, knock down the 3, and be confident that Denovan Mitchell is going to make the correct play. That's what the Utah Jazz, when they're at their strength, they're playing with attacking the paint. When they draw that second guy, getting the ball out to the three-point shooters.
Speaking of three-point shooters, we raved about the Utah Jazz. Well, at least I did. I know you guys were talking about defense especially, but going to the other side, the Pelicans, not that good shooting from the 3. 6 for 26, that's not necessarily the percentage you want to shoot, Candace. If you're really looking to contend for that final spot in the Western Conference?
Well, if you look, time and time again, Zion Williamson is drawing lots of doubles in the paint. And when he does kick it out, teams are willing to take and live with Lonzo Ball shooting from the outside. Teams now, instead of worrying about contesting three-point shots, they're boxing out because New Orleans is capitalizing more so on those second chance points than actually knocking down the three. They have got to find shooters to surround Zion Williamson with. We talked about this during the break, Ro. We've experimented with this with Ben Simmons. When you have a guy that likes to get to the paint, can draw, commands a double team, you have to put shooters around them that are capable of knocking it down.
Smitty, we know you knocked down a couple of threes in your day. That was your specialty as a marksman. Looking at this Pelicans team, is this a situation to where you have quality shooters missing shots, or maybe do they need to go out and make some moves to improve their shooting?
Well, you love, like Candace say, to add some shooting, but I also, let's just take it a step further and look at the starting lineup. I mean, you have 2 point guards in Lonzo and Eric Bledsoe. I think they'll have to change that. Both those guys are drive and kick guys, don't shoot it as well. And then you have Steven Adams, who's clogging up the paint. Nothing wrong with the guys individually. I just think as a starting lineup, it just doesn't mesh. I think you're going to have to find some kind of way to have a difference of lineup, even maybe having Brandon Ingram go down and play the 2, and maybe you just have one big. You need some more athleticism. They've slowed down the pace. By slowing down the pace, making them play half-court basketball, and then you playing half-court basketball without shooters, it's a struggle for them. Each time they look good, it was when they were playing faster and they were playing small ball. So I think the New Orleans Pelicans going to have to find a way to shake up this lineup, shake up this roster, and maybe start to change some guys around in the starting lineup.
Starting lineup might have to be adjusted. J.J. Redick, so far, we know that he's been an excellent marksman so far in his career. He would be shooting a career low if things came out, shooting at 26% so far. So J.J. not necessarily knocking down the shots with the frequency or the high percentage that we've known to see him knock down shots. And I have to correct myself. I think I said the Jazz were in 3rd place in the Western Conference. This win tonight puts them in the 2nd spot ahead of the Clippers. So when we see that, we see how impressive the Clippers have been this season. Obviously, the Lakers, the creme de la creme in the Western Conference, sitting atop. But Candace, this Utah Jazz team, could they be a threat to come out of the Western Conference legitimately?
Well, normally I don't believe in moral victories, but for a team like the Utah Jazz, they were not going to win a championship last year. And I do believe that the bubble experience, the COVID experience, really did bring this team together. Last season, going into last offseason, we were talking about whether Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert could play together. And they have since gone back, looked at themselves in the mirror, and realized what they've built in Utah is special and worth fighting for. And I think both of them have come back as their better selves. Think about Donovan Mitchell, his ball movement, his ability to attack the paint, hit the open shooters. Defensively, he's denying the wings out to half court. And then you talk about Rudy Gobert stepping up where he's always done defensively, but willing to be that kind of second guy, get tough, be that type of leader. So I think this Utah Jazz, because of their experience in the bubble, because of their experience with COVID, they're going to take a huge step forward. And I do think that they are a very dangerous team for the Lakers or the Clippers if they do play them in the semifinals of the Western Conference.
Got to give our colleague Channing Frye props. He said over and over again at the beginning of the season, watch this Utah Jazz team. They're going to finish second. A lot of games left.